Hey guys, this is Christina here, and I want to talk through the Experience Captain role. So this is what I shared with you guys at the training this last week, but I wanted to reiterate it for those of you who did hear, and then to talk through it for Joelle and Julie who weren't here at the training. So I've made these gorgeous laminated cards that actually, Joelle and Julie, there's a card at guest services with yours in it. This is essentially your job in a nutshell. And on this side, this is a verse, it's Proverbs 22:6, and it says, "Teach a youth about the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." And this is why we care so much about reaching kids on a weekend, because we want to pour into them. We want to teach them about Jesus, because we know if we invest that in them, then in the end, they will come to know Christ, and they'll cherish that relationship even when they're old, because the Bible says so. So I put it on this side just so that you don't lose why we're doing this. Sometimes it's difficult when you're removed a few steps from actually one-on-one with the kids. And as an experienced captain, you are. So, you're not physically in the rooms normally. And so it's just really important to just keep this in your mind at all times so that you keep a passion for what you're doing. And then you're able to share that passion with, the folks that you're leading. So there are three different segments. The first is, what is your job before the experience, during the experience, and after the experience? Before, you have two jobs. One is to pray. Pray for Life Kids, pray for your particular experience team, pray for the specific needs of your leaders, pray for whatever it is that you think that it's appropriate to pray for. The second is prep. So check your email. I send out weekly emails and sometimes more than that. And prep for, it might be huddle that you're prepping for, or there may be a specific thing that particular week. So just make sure that you are ready for your experience. Nothing is last minute, but you know what it is you're getting into, really. The next is during the experience, what is your job? First, you may be doing huddle. So that might be a thing that you're supposed to do. Next, open rooms on time. This is your role, and the first and most important thing that you do on a Sunday morning or Sunday evening is getting these rooms open so that host team kids can check in, so that parents who begin to show up, we're ready for them. So that's a really big deal. Make that a priority. The next one is invest in 3 leaders. Pick 3 of your volunteers for that time and just take a moment to touch base with them. Love them, share with them, hear what's going on in their lives, encourage them. Pick 3 leaders every single time, every single week, and invest in them. Then pour into 3 families. And you actually do this probably without even thinking. But be intentional. Don't just sit behind guest service desk, be out there connecting with families, loving families, helping them to see that we care about them. The next one is talk to one person about serving. One of the things that we talk about in Life Church staff all the time is being the chief repeating officer, which means you cannot say something enough. Once you think you've said it too much, say it 3 more times. So if it's be on time for huddle, you cannot say that enough. And so when we talk about serving, we have 75% of the leaders that we actually need for a weekend and for Wednesday night. That means we need a lot more people. So always be talking to people about serving, but at least one person every single week. The next one is confirm that the count has been done and that it's been inputted into church metrics. The next is transfer the offering to host team. This is your role. We don't want the offering that's taken in the loop or connect to be left in there. There's been issues of theft before, so we want it out of there. So when you guys go around to do the count, make sure that that offering is collected and given to host team, or you can just put it directly into the box that's at the back of the auditorium, the offering box. The next is model servant leadership. Jesus was a servant leader. He got down and washed stanky disciple feet. And that should be our mentality, that there's nothing on our campus that we won't do, from changing a stinky diaper to picking up trash on the floor, to helping out our leaders in whatever it is that they need. So if we're leading that way, if people see that we'll do whatever it takes, then they're likely to do whatever it takes. And then the last during the experience is evangelism, excellence, consistency, safety. So our 4 core values, living this out. Then after the experience, evaluate and improve. So think about how the 5 o'clock went and thinking through, well, you know what? This really sucked. This was awesome. Evaluating it and then thinking through what is it going to take to improve it next week. So at the 8:30, everybody was late. Oh crap. What can we do now to improve that? So I want you guys, and I feel like I say this a lot, but really, I want you to own your experience. I want you to feel responsible if something goes poorly or if something goes well, so that it, the success of it, you feel a part of it so that you're motivated to do something about it. Now, ultimately, I'm certainly responsible, and we're entrusting God, to do the, changing of lives and all that stuff. But we want to set God up for success, and so we want everything to be excellent, everything to lead to evangelism and all that stuff. And so it has to begin with us setting the tone. And then the last thing is follow up with missing leaders and check in with your team. Connect with your team. They should feel like you're a person that they can go to. When we talked about #struggles and you being a leader that they can lean on, that's folks are only going to reach out to you if they feel like they can, if they feel like you care about them. So having a difficult conversation with a leader is much easier if they know and see that you care about them. So connecting with your team, following up, that's a really big deal. All right, so I'm going to leave one of these up at guest services so that you can always refer to it, but you have yours. Stick it in your back pocket and use it. You know what? Get a dry erase marker and check it off to make sure that you've done it. Whatever it takes to see Life Kids grow, to see our team grow, and to see God do awesome things. It starts with you guys. You have so much talent, and I'm excited to see how God is going to use us over this next year. Thank you so much, and read whatever is in the email as well. Thanks. Bye.